Hi, welcome to BISP Solutions. My name is Sonal Sharma and I am working as functional consultant with BISP Solutions. In the series of ARCS applications video, today we are going to cover one case scenario which is related to unapplied cash receipts. What is unapplied cash receipts or unapplied receipts? See, in the case of any organization when it renders any services or sold any goods, so on that behalf it is going to provide the credit. In that case, after some time when it is getting the amount, that means the remittance received by the organization or from the customer, in case the invoice is not directly related to that particular amount, or it is not easy to identify or associated with the particular invoice, so for a particular time span you are going to receive that amount in unapplied cash receipt account. Okay, so that means you can say that it is a suspicious account for a particular short time period of span, and once the particular invoices get recognized, it can be placed, that amount can be placed to particular invoice. Here we are going to use this account ID for the particular case scenario we are going to cover. We are going to use the format as zero balance account, and we are going to use this profile. Okay, so let's move to the application for this without wasting any time. So first of all, we need to understand what is the format here. Going to configuration part, the format we are going to use is zero balance account. Zero balance account is basically why we are using, because we are going to make the ultimate close balance of this particular reconciliation zero, as once all the suspense entries or all the remitted amount to from the customer once get cleared, ultimately the closing balance of that particular account becomes zero. So that's why we are using the zero balance account as our format. Here you can see the method attached is account analysis, as we are providing just one single source system data balances and going to analyze that from where it is coming from. Okay, rest of the things are automatically auto populated or can be selected as per your requirement. You can provide for here we need the balance explanation and adjustment for the most important way, because here these two things can be provided by the preparer only. Rest of the things are just common, you can provide it according to the other case scenarios. In the same way, you can provide the instruction, attributes, questions or rules related to this particular format. Okay, I am going to save and close this. Moving to the profile side. In the profile, as I already mentioned, that we are going to use this profile. Okay, so the name of profile is 303 unapplied cash receipt. Okay, 303 unapplied cash receipts. Okay, let's check once again. Unapplied. Okay, P is there. So this is the unapplied cash receipts reconciliation, which is where the format is zero balance account. Okay, I am going to use this already created profile so that we can save our time for this. Here you can see the profile is given. The account ID is, as you can see, the name is unapplied cash receipt reconciliation. Description can be given here. The process is balance sheet for this particular profile. Risk rating is medium, not so high, and account type is account receivable, as the amount is remitted to the organization, receiving by the organization on behalf of the receivables. Okay, so it is accounts receivable. Generally the amount balance is debit all the time. The maximum age limit is 30 for adjustment and explanation. Here the profile status is active, and the format is, as I mentioned, is zero balance account, and method is account analysis. Here we are selecting the balance is zero. In case the balance is zero, it will automatically reconcile. The instruction can be provided here by the administrator. For the workflow, you need to provide the preparer and reviewer here. frequency and the start day set of duration and the frequency for the reviewer as well, and the duration, the limitation created. Here currency can be provided that in the organization in which functional currency used to work, it can be provided here, as well as the rate type. Here the administrator can also provide any rules here in case of any requirement. Here for this profile it is not given, so the profile is already created. I'm going to save and close this. Now moving to the next part, I am going to create reconciliation for unapplied cash receipt for the period of, suppose we are going to create it for April period. So this period is open. As you can see, I already open all the periods so that it is easy for us. I am importing the pre-mapped balances here. Okay, so we are, as the account analysis method is there, so we just need one single source system file to analyze. So I am taking this unapplied cash receipt profile here. I am importing the data here in the source system. The period is April 21. The functional currency bucket I am providing, and the file delimiter is comma separated file. So I am going to import this, and after importing I can see the data balances loaded by us here in the view data loads. Okay, so here you can see the unapplied cash receipts and the status is completed. So successfully the data is imported. Now moving to the profile, and we can create the reconciliation for that. Okay, unapplied cash receipt was our profile ID. So I am selecting this file and going to the action click and creating the reconciliation for the period of April. Okay, so this is done for this particular selected profile. Yes. And now I created the reconciliation for the unapplied cash receipt reconciliation for the period of April 2021. Okay. So I'm closing this, and I can see this reconciliation in the reconciliation list of the home page second card. Yes, this one is the second card of home page, and we are going to see the reconciliation created by us. I need to select the period here as we created it for April. Okay, there are multiple reconciliation created, so I am going to select the ID over here. So this is, you can see the source system balance as 24,000 US dollar. What profile, what profile we created, and the data imported in that CSV file is showing the 24,000 balance USD for this particular account. So this is how the reconciliation is created. Here, the administrator's part is done. So we are moving to the preparer part, who is going to give explanation in the account analysis method for this particular unapplied cash receipt reconciliation created by the administrator. We are here moving to the preparer. This preparer was the one which we provided while creating the profile in the workflow site. So this is the home page of the preparer. Here we can see in the reconciliation part, the created reconciliation by the administrator, and the period we are selecting for this. So we can see there are, as you can see, this is the top one. We don't need to find or search it from here. You can see this is the reconciliation created. So here you can see the reconciliation. How does it look like here? The balance explanation or adjustment you can provide for the preparer one. The balance is 25,000 and the unexplained difference showing is 24,000. So the preparer is required to see that for what on behalf of which invoice this amount is received. So here he is going to give the explanation for this particular balance. So we are going to provide the explanation here with the add button. Okay, as you can see, suppose I'll give that invoice, sorry, invoice number, suppose 25642 for this date. Close date is not so mandatory to provide. A long description we can provide that this invoice could not be located Okay, so now found here, and I'll provide the amount here. So this is what exactly the reconciliation, you can say the explanation for this particular can be given. Now I am going to save this. Okay, once I am going to save this, there is no unexplained differences. So it is, you can see the status of this, and I am going to submit this. So it can automatically move to the reviewer. And in case the reviewer is going to if he's satisfied with the explanation, cross check with the invoice number or invoice detail provided by the preparer, and he can go for the approve for this particular reconciliation. So this is how the unapplied cash receipt reconciliation is done. You can see the status for this particular reconciliation, that it is pending with the reviewer only, level 1. Okay, so this is how the reconciliation case scenario of an applied cash receipt can be done here. So this is it for today. Thank you.